What's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to send you a quick video about our midweek check-in calls that we're starting. I was hoping this would be a little bit easier than trying to get us all together on Zoom. But first of all, just wanted to say thank you so much for being willing to lead these calls. Obviously, all of our leaders are going to be required to be on them, so it shouldn't be anything extra on that end. But thank you for being willing to take charge, take the lead on them, and just being willing to take care of our leaders in this way. We chose you specifically because you've been around at the city for a long time. We knew you could be trusted to do this, to lead spiritually our leaders in the way of taking care of their kids. So thank you so much for being willing to do this. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit more of the heart, and then share with you guys the schedule, which I already shared with you guys through email. But really the heart of these is just so that we're able to, really take care of our leaders better and help them lead better. The ultimate goal is so that we do what we're currently doing in the huddle in these midweek check-in calls. So at the huddle, we can just take care of them physically, spiritually, emotionally, so that as our leaders are coming in, we can check in, see how they're doing, take care of each other spiritually so they feel like they have more of a community. And also just so that we can all get our hearts right to be able and ready to serve. So now the huddle will be more of a time to take care of them. And this check-in call will be more of what we're doing to prepare ourselves for the students. And most importantly, just making sure that we're praying and building a spiritual foundations for what we're going to be doing in those small groups. It's really easy to just kind of check in and check out on the weekend, and we want to make sure that we're putting a system in place where we're encouraging our leaders to pray for their students, like I said, just build the foundation for their small groups. So what that's going to look like with this schedule, for the first couple minutes of the call, just kind of doing highs and lows, hearing how everyone's doing. Then after 2 or 3 minutes, going ahead and getting started with announcements, which we'll provide you. That's basically just going to be if there's a summit coming up, if there's a monthly event coming up, things like that. That should only take like 2 minutes. Next, for probably 3 or 4 minutes, just giving some high-level points from the small group lesson. We'll obviously be providing you with the small group lesson, but then also in the same email that I'll provide you the announcements, if there's any like specific leader notes we'd like you guys to highlight, or big things going on, we'll give those to you. So as you know, the leader of the prayer call, we encourage you to, if you have time, read over the lesson, kind of gather your own thoughts so that you can share some leader tips, anything that you think would be awesome for their group to be able to do that. But if you don't have time, if you're ever in one of those moments where you're leading the prayer call from your car as you're driving home from work, or in the event that we got the small group lesson out late, then you'll have those points that you can go ready off of and you'll be good. For probably the next 2 minutes, take any questions from people, any leader tips that they have as well. If they hear something and they have an idea, that's a great time for them to be able to share if they have like some kind of illustration in mind or whatever. And then for the last 5 minutes of the call, we just want to have you guys pray, and that can be something that either you lead out, or if you want, you can choose different leaders to lead out. Something that I would recommend, maybe you start for the first couple of prayer calls leading, but then if you ask people in advance if they'll lead prayer on the prayer call, then that's also accountability for them to get their hearts engaged, and also, accountability that they'll be there as well. And, that gives them ownership, something to look forward to, especially for newer leaders once they feel comfortable getting them in there for that. So again, the heart of this call is really just to kind of give an overview for the weekend, prep them, and also give them a chance to pray together as a leadership team for what they're going to be doing over the weekend. The prayer call, in theory, should only be 15 minutes. It may run a little bit over. What I would recommend, and someone else recommended this too, I think it was Ramon and Eugenia, in their kind of huddle talk that they did at Leadership Summit is, you know, at 15 minutes, go ahead, dismiss, say that they're good to get off. But if people want to share more, if people want to talk more after that, say, you know, you guys are welcome to stay on. So here's some logistics. Like I said, I'll be emailing you guys those notes. I'll probably be emailing them, you know, really shortly after I send the small group lesson out to everyone. So you guys won't have to worry about coming up with your own notes. Of course, if you'd like to, and as you see things, as you're, you know, just with your leadership team, as you're there on weekends, if there's things that you'd like to share with them, you're more than welcome to. You're kind of going to be, in this way, a shepherd over the leaders. Now, we're not expecting you to, you know, be shadowing other groups to be a coach, unless, of course, you are the coach for that service. But as you see things, you're welcome to bring those to the attention of your group as well. So that's a logistic. Another logistic is choosing the time when your prayer call is going to be. I would recommend, you know, just from trying to get calls together with you guys and other people, usually Thursdays around 7:30 are really good for people. But you can reach out to your group, and if you need contact information for any of them, just let me know. I'd love to get that to you, either through, if you want to start a group me, it may not be a bad idea, or a remind, whatever is easiest for you. If you do a group me, you can just do like a poll in the group me to see when's best for people. We recommend Thursday at 7:30, but whatever works for your group, we're totally fine with, as long as it's not 5 minutes before service starts. But really, that's it. So we're going to ask you guys, see the rotation of which one you're going to be leading. We ask you guys to lead a prayer call for the rotation coming up. And then also, like Ramon and Eugenia mentioned at Leadership Summit, people are welcome from the opposite rotation to join in if they just like to hear about what's going on the opposite week. So I think that's everything as far as basic logistics. So from here, I'm going to schedule a time for a Zoom call. So if you have any questions, you can jump in on that, or otherwise you can text me, call me, whatever is easiest for you. We're going to try to launch this next week. For the rotation that's on for that. This week, Pastor Earl's going to be making a video, sending it out for everyone that wasn't at Leadership Summit and hasn't heard about this yet. So our hopes is that we'll all be ready to go next week. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. But thank you so much for being willing to lead these. All of our team is going to be together on them for each of the service times, and I'm really excited to see just how it'll be for everyone, you know, just to build that foundation during the week instead of just showing up. I'm excited to see where it goes. The last logistic thing as far as the Zoom call itself, if you have an account, you're welcome to lead it from your own account. We also have an account for the city. If you'd like to use that instead, we have like the unlimited minutes one. If you use a free account, like your own account, it's up to 40 minutes of a call. But again, these calls should only be 15 minutes, so you shouldn't have a problem with that anyway. But if you'd like to use the city account, just let me know. I'll get you the login info for that. But otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for everything.